We're gonna throw all kinds of things into this jar today and make something that I believe is going to help keep us healthy all winter. What am I talking about? I'm talking about fire cider. Now, there's a million recipes for it, and I'm gathering from a lot of them, so I'm not following just one recipe. So I'm putting in what I have, what I'm able to buy, and what I know are healing herbs and spices and vegetables. So we're going to make something that's really going to help fight those nasty bugs all winter. Now over here, I've got my rock pot going. It's like a crock pot, but it doesn't have a plug. And it's got a stone that you heat up, and it's great when you're off grid because the only power this used is to heat this up on my propane stove burner. And I am making corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes, and it'll be done soon. So I'm really excited about that. If you're interested in them, I'll leave a link below, but I'm loving the rock pot. It's perfect for somebody that doesn't want to use a lot of power. So let's get started. The ingredients that I am going to add, and some are here and some I'm still have over there because I didn't have room. I've got jalapenos and serranos. I've got fresh rosemary and thyme out of the garden. I don't have fresh oregano, so I'm using some that I grew and dehydrated a couple of years ago. I've got turmeric root, ginger, garlic, horseradish, onion, and then I'm also going to be adding sliced lemon and a little bit of black pepper to activate the turmeric, and also a little bit of cayenne powder. I looked for fresh cayenne peppers. They weren't available, and I didn't grow any this year. I have before. So I'm using my organic cayenne that I get from Azure Standard in bulk. And cayenne's something that you really ought to have on hand for a lot of different reasons. And it's good, but it is spicy. So I'm just going to start adding stuff. I have a half-gallon jar here with a funnel. And I'm going to start adding the ingredients that I've already prepared right here, which that is the horseradish root and onion. And yes, you could layer them and make them beautiful. I don't have time for that. I've got my garlic, which I've basically just crushed, peeled and crushed. And I have sliced ginger. Now, after I get this in the jar, I may decide to add more ingredients, but for now, this is what I have. I'm going to just slice up this giant jalapeno. And none of this needs to be perfect. You just need to get it prepared enough to put in this jar and to allow the surfaces to come in contact with the apple cider vinegar, which is going to be what pulls it all together. And I have another big jalapeno. And I will tell you, that's a strong one. I don't even have to bring it close to know. I can smell and almost taste it from here. So we're going to add those in. And I'm going to go ahead and put in my herbs so they'll be right in the center. And again, I just cut some stems of thyme that are still doing great in my garden, and rosemary from the garden. Took it from 2 different plants, so they may be slightly different, but I think that'll help. Now we have the serrano. These tend to be a little hotter than the jalapeno. I'm trying not to touch the pepper smudge with my bare hands, because that's not always good. Now I'm just, and again, I'm not measuring anything. I'm just going to put, maybe 2 small handfuls, maybe a little more, of my oregano. Maybe half of a spoonful of the ground cayenne. Now I'm going to get the gloves on because I'm going to start on the turmeric root. And that's pretty messy. I have peeled this turmeric and I'm just going to slice it. You could chop it up. I'm not going to. And as I said, with turmeric, it's good to wear gloves because it will stain. And to get the most benefit out of turmeric, you really need to add cracked, freshly ground black pepper. I'm just going to grind it right out of my grinder. And here's what we have so far. So now I'm going to go get my sliced lemon, and I'm putting peel, pith, and all in there. So we've got all kinds of ingredients, lots of colors, and right now it's kind of in layers, but I really don't care about that. Now the thing that works the magic is raw apple cider vinegar, and this is organic. This is from Costco, it's raw and unfiltered. I used to buy Bragg's, I don't anymore. This is supposed to be a good one. So now we're just going to pour that in. I may need to get a little more. What we want to do is totally cover the ingredients. So I'll be right back. And I forgot to mention that the Kirkland also includes the mother in the vinegar. And that's a good thing. Now I'm going to put a piece of wax paper on this because this would eat through a lot of metals, and we just don't want a reaction. So I've put the wax paper on, and then I've put a lid and a ring. And now I'm going to put this in the refrigerator on the top shelf where I can keep an eye on it. Shake it daily, and I'm not going to let this go anywhere from 2 weeks. I've seen some say 3 months. I'll figure out as I go if it looks like it's extracted most of the goodness, that's good enough for me. So, starting my fire cider. Now when that time is up, what I'll do is I'll strain this, and then I will add some raw honey, partly because it's therapeutic, but also this is going to be pretty potent, and honey will help the medicine go down. So there we go. This is my recipe for fire cider, and I want to be ready for this winter. If you haven't subscribed, please go below, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll know every time I upload a video. Click on my links. They really help me on my channel. I have some really good things that I love and I put down there. And one of them's going to be this rock pot. And I hope you can see. This stone is heated for 30 minutes on my highest burner. And I can touch it. The top is barely warm. The sides aren't even warm. You can take it wherever you go. So you could take it in your car or camping or whatever. It's pretty handy, but being off-grid, I'll use it here. So thank you for watching, and God bless.